This Kojie soap is one of the very popular soap that so many people talk about. So many people that have used this. Some people have made use of this soap, some people have not made use of this soap. And then one thing that people really find so confusing about this soap is how can they identify the fake from the original? Should they make use of this soap? Should they not make use of this soap? Is this soap effective? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all everything you need to know about this Kojie soap. So for the details about this Kojie soap, I'm going to be sharing with you all the benefits of this soap, how you can make use of this soap, which skin type is this soap good for. Is it good for dry skin, normal skin, oily skin, combination skin, sensitive skin? And I'm also going to be explaining to you if you also need to exfoliate your skin, that is making use of body scrub or face scrub when you are making use of this Kojie soap. And of course, I am also going to be explaining to you how you can identify the fake from the original of this Kojie soap. And also, I'm going to be explaining to you which skin complexion is this soap good for. Is it good for dark skin or is it good for light skin? And of course, what are the disadvantages of this soap? So yeah, this soap has a disadvantage. So if you want to know everything, if you want to know all about this soap, all that I have said about this soap, then make sure you don't skip any part of this video, because this video is going to be the complete guide that you will ever need for this Kojie soap. So loves, without wasting so much of your time, let's dive right into dissecting this Kojie soap. Now, starting with the key ingredients that are found in this soap. Yeah, this soap contains some key ingredients like kojic acid, which is like the main ingredient that is actually used in formulating this soap. Also, this soap also contains tea tree in it. This soap contains glycerin, it contains coconut oil in it also, and it also contains water in it. So these are just some of the ingredients that are found in this Kojie soap. Now for this tea tree oil, this tea tree oil serves as an anti-acne ingredient. It is also good for antioxidants, and also this tea tree oil is also a very good skin soothing ingredient. Now for the benefits of this skin, if you've made use of this skin before, you will know some of these benefits I'm about to mention to you all. But if you've not made use of this soap before, then yes, this soap is actually good for hyperpigmentation. Yeah, if you're really suffering from hyperpigmentation, then you need to try out this Kojie soap. And also, this soap is good for sun damage. So let's say your skin was damaged due to excess exposure to the sunlight, and the sunlight really damaged your skin, then yes, you can try out this Kojie soap. It will really help you with your sun damage. And yes, this soap is also a very good soap that will actually help you to brighten your skin complexion. Like if you want to make your skin look popping, if you want to make your skin glow, then yes, this Kojie soap is a very good soap for that. And this soap is also good for skin discoloration. And also this soap actually leaves the skin looking glowy after bath or use. So which means if you make use of this soap to have your bath, when you're done having your bath, there's where your skin is going to be looking glowy, like after you're done having your bath. So this is one thing I really love about this soap. Like anytime I make use of this soap, once I'm done bathing, like the way my skin looks, like if you've actually made use of this soap, you understand what I'm talking about. Like the way my skin actually looks, that's the reason why, that's one of the things I really love about this Kojie soap. And also this soap is very effective in getting rid of dark spots. So if you have dark spots all over your skin, then you need to try out this Kojie soap, because it will actually help you to get rid of dark spots. And also this soap will actually help you to even out your skin tone. And also you should also need to note that this soap is an exfoliating soap. So these are just some of the benefits of this soap. And then now let's get right into how can you make use of this soap. Yes, how to use this soap. The first thing is that when you're making use of this soap, you need to divide this soap let's say into 2 or 3. The reason why you're dividing this soap is because this soap actually finishes fast. Like the thing ladders very well. So you don't want something that you will be making use of and then the thing is going to finish fast. So now that when you've divided your soap, the next thing you need to do is to dip the soap into water. So yeah, that's the next thing that you need to do. You need to dip this soap into water. Do not, like when you dip the soap inside water, you will not apply it on your face. Do not wet your face first before you apply this soap, because you wouldn't want this soap to start dropping into your eyes and then it's going to enter your eyes, because it is not good. It will irritate your eyes and your eyes will pepper you. Like I am telling you, you need to put that into consideration. Like don't let this soap enter inside your eyes. That is why it is very important that you need to dip this soap inside water first, then you wet the soap, not wet your face. So when you dip the soap inside water, you will not apply it on your face. So I filmed a video where I was making use of this soap to have my shower, like where I was showing you all how you can actually make use of this soap.
Hi guys, so I'll be showing you all how I apply the Kojie sand soap. This is the Kojie sand soap here. So I'll just be applying this on my face. I'm about to have my bath and I will be dipping this into water. So this is how you actually need to apply this soap. Do not like wet your face, because if you wet your face and you apply this on your face, when the water starts dripping, you know that this thing entering inside your eye is not good. So you wouldn't want a situation whereby you wet your face and then you apply this on your face and then the water starts dripping and then it starts entering your eyes. It will make you uncomfortable and it will make you, you know, like go and wash out the soap even when it's not even time. So it is more advisable that you actually dip this into water. So I've put this into water. You can see that I did not add any water on my face. Now I'll be applying this on my face. Carefully, you just gently applying this on my face. Make sure that it doesn't get to your eyes, because this thing is not something that you can use under your eyes. So just be careful so it doesn't get to your eye side. So I just put it all over my forehead, just all over my face, and then I put it on my nose, trying to make sure it doesn't get to my eye side. Let's say you want to get rid of dark elbow. Let's say your elbow is dark. If you want to get rid of dark elbow, you just apply this right on your elbow. Okay, let me just do it for you. I'm not trying to get rid of dark elbow actually, but let me just show you. So you just apply this on your elbow if you want to get rid of dark elbow. Just rub this right on that spot of your elbow. So as you can see now that I've applied this soap on my face, and the thing will just start drying inside my skin, so I don't have to worry about the thing dripping into my eyes. Why? Because my face was not wet. Like, I did not wet my face at all. Now the reason why I applied this all over my face, you might be saying, okay, why are you applying this all over your face? I thought it's not good. Okay, this is just something I need to point out. So if you have let's say you have a sensitive skin, yes, so if you want to apply this soap, if you have a sensitive skin, the reason why I'm applying this all over my face is because I do not have a sensitive skin, in the sense that me applying this all over my face like this is not going to affect my skin. So that's what I mean by I do not have a sensitive skin, because this thing is not going to affect my skin at all. So it's safe for me to apply this all over my face. But if you have a sensitive skin and you're trying to make use of this soap to get rid of any dark spots or hyperpigmentation, this is what you need to do. I do not have a cotton bud. Yeah, that thing that you use to like clean your ears. So let's say you have a sensitive skin. So just imagine the tip of my fingernails is a that cotton bud. So you just take that cotton bud and put it all over. After you wet your soap, of course, you put it all over the soap, just something like this. Let's say my fingernails now is the cotton bud, so you just rub it. When you finish rubbing it all over the soap, like to get the soap with that cotton bud, you will now apply it on the affected spot. So let's say the affected spot is over here now, so you just apply it there. Just apply it over there. You don't need to apply it all over your face. Why? Because you have a sensitive skin. So you just apply it over there. Then if you also have any other places, you also do the same thing. You take the soap and then you also apply it on that aspect of your face. So when you're done applying it on that aspect of your face, you wait for at most 2 minutes, because you have a sensitive skin. This soap, you wouldn't want a situation, because this soap is not actually very good for people with sensitive skin. So you wouldn't want a situation this thing is going to start reacting badly to your skin. So at most 2 minutes, you just apply it on only that affected spot of your face. So when 2 minutes is off, you wash it off, and then you now go in to have your bath with your normal cleanser or the soap that you're making use of. So but for me now, I don't have a sensitive skin, which means my face is not going to react badly to this soap. So me, I will let this soap, like I will leave this soap now for 3 minutes. So once 3 minutes is once it has reached 3 minutes, I will now go and wash this soap off, and then I will now have my bath. Also, you can use this soap on your body. As you can see that I applied this soap under under my elbow. So you can also make use of this soap on your body. So it can be used on the face and it can be used on the body. So you need to take note of that. Don't worry, in the later aspect of the video, I'll still be explaining to you all how to identify the fake from the original of this Kojie San soap, because there are a lot of things you really need to take into consideration. Apart from the fact that you have a sensitive skin, there are other things you also need to take into consideration about this Kojie San soap.
Now, as you saw in that video, yes, this soap can also be used, like when you soak this soap inside water, you apply it on your face, like the affected spot of your area. If you want to get rid of dark elbows, you also apply it on your elbows. If you want to get rid of dark knees, you also apply it on your knees. Like any spot of your body that you actually need to work on, any spot of your body that has hyperpigmentation, you just apply it all over on that spot of your body. Then you now leave this soap 2 to 3 minutes depending on your skin type. So once you're done leaving this soap for at most 3 minutes on your skin, the next thing you need to do is to wash it off. Like when you wash this soap off, making use of an exfoliating glove, or you can also make use of your hands to wash the soap. Let's say you don't like using exfoliating glove, most especially on your face, just make use of your hand. Like if you're washing this thing off on your face, just make use of your hand so that your skin will not react badly to it. But if you're making use of this soap on your body, then you can make use of exfoliating glove to remove this soap from your body. And then there's another thing I really need to point out, and that is, you know that this soap contains kojic acid in it. It is very, very important that you need to take this into consideration when you're making use of this soap in your skincare routine. Please avoid making use of unnecessary acids, like every other skin ingredient that has acids in it. Please just let it be. Don't make use of acids together with this soap, because the kojic acid that is found in this soap already is already very, very active for the skin. So you don't need to add any other acid so that your skin is not going to react badly to this soap. So this is something that you really, really need to take into consideration. And also, when you're making use of this soap, please make sure to use a good moisturizer. Like you need a very, very good moisturizer. Don't make use of a lightening moisturizer. Please, I need to actually point this thing out. If you're the type of person that makes use of a lightening moisturizer or a bleaching cream, please don't use lightening cream or bleaching cream together with this Kojie San soap. Don't worry, in the later part of this video, I am going to show you all some good moisturizers that you can actually make use of together with this Kojie San soap. So like I said, please avoid bleaching cream and lightening product when you are making use of this Kojie San soap. Do not stop. I know that you really, really want your skin to pop. I know you really, really want to look very, very fair, but take it easy. Like, don't say, okay, wow, because of this Kojie San soap is very, very effective, let me start abusing it. And even apart from the fact that you're abusing the soap, you are still using more lightening and bleaching. You're not doing your skin any good though. If you don't know, you have to know that now. You're not doing your skin any good. You're actually doing your skin bad than you think you're doing your skin good. So please, 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 you need to take that into consideration. And then another thing about this Kojie San soap is, if you want to make use of this Kojie San soap, like this is something that some people sometimes get confused. They are like, okay, should I make use of this soap in the morning or should I make use of this soap at night? Well, it is more advisable that you make use of this soap at night. The reason why is because this soap can make your skin sun sensitive. So in that video that I showed you, although I was actually applying the soap on my face, I actually made use of that soap in the daytime. Now the reason why I made use of that soap in the daytime is because I needed to film this video. Yeah, so that's the reason why I made use of that soap in the daytime. And after I make use of that soap, I did not go anywhere that day. That's number one. I made sure that I was not going anywhere before I could apply that soap on my skin in the daytime. And number two is that I applied enough sunscreen, just in case if maybe the rays of sunlight is coming into my room while I am inside. So those are the two things I actually took into consideration. Number one, I did not go out. Number two, I applied enough sunscreen on my body. So that is what I actually did. But on a normal, like, it's just because I wanted to film that video to show you all how I do this thing. But on a normal day, I do not apply this Kojie San soap in the daytime. This is my night, like this is the soap I actually apply only at night. So yes, you too, you need to start applying this soap only at night so that you will not when you're using this soap to get rid of hyperpigmentation, and then you are still making your skin more sensitive to the sunlight. So that is something I also need to point out. And now when it comes to skin type, this is one thing I also want to advise. If you want to make use of this soap, it is very, very good that you do a patch test. Like with this soap, it's very, very important that you do a patch test. And what does patch test has to, like, why is patch test important? Patch test is actually important because it will actually help you to prevent allergic reactions and skin irritation. Then you now see how this soap actually reacts. Is your skin going to react badly to this soap? If your skin reacts badly to this soap, then you know that please do not make use of this soap on your face. You can actually make use of another soap. Like Kojie is a very, very effective soap, yeah, but there's another soap you can actually use that is also effective, that will actually help you with hyperpigmentation. But the only difference is that that soap is actually a brightening soap. It will not, make your skin 2 shades or whatever shade lighter. And that soap is the K Brothers soap. Don't worry, I'm going to leave the link. I have actually filmed a review on that K Brothers soap. I'm going to leave the link of that video in the description box. So when you're done watching this video, you can actually follow the link in that description box. If you're actually looking for a soap that's maybe you make use of on your face to get rid of your hyperpigmentation, and maybe Kojie, your skin is reacting to Kojie, then you can try out the K Brothers soap. So you can follow the link in that description box when you're done watching this video to check out that video. So, but you also need to take into consideration, even if your skin does not react to it, if you have a sensitive skin, please do not still use this soap all over your face. Because you might be like, oh, I have a sensitive skin, but my skin did not react to it, so I can make use of this soap all over my face. No, you cannot. It is more advisable that either you just use this one on only the affected spots, or if you want something that you make use of all over your face, then you can make use of the K Brothers. At least K Brothers is good. Your sensitive skin is not going to react so badly to K Brothers compared to how it's going to react to this Kojie soap. So that is something that I really, really needed to point out. So yeah, now this soap is actually a very, very good soap for like oily skin. If you have an oily skin, this soap is very, very good for oily skin. If you have a combination skin, if you have an acne prone skin, it's very, very good. And then another question that people tend to find confusing is that how often should they make use of this Kojie soap? So the first thing I need to point out is that this soap is actually an exfoliating soap, but it is not a very, very strong exfoliating soap. Like when I mean strong exfoliating soap, I'm comparing it to scrub, like your body scrub, your face scrub. No, but this soap is an exfoliating soap. So therefore, because of this soap is an exfoliating soap, you are not expected to make use of this soap every day. Okay, please do not make use of this soap every day. This soap is not an everyday use type of soap. Okay, so it's soap that you make use of. Okay, if you want to make use of this soap, let's say at most 4 times, and only at night. Like as I said before, don't use this soap in the daytime. Only make use of this soap at night. Only when you're having your shower in the night. That is only when you need to make use of this Kojie soap. So like I said that you can make use of this soap 3 to 4 times in a week. And this is also depending on your skin type. So if you have a sensitive skin, or if your skin reacts let's say badly to this soap, then you can make use of this soap 3 times or even 2 times, depending on how your skin actually reacts. Well, for me, if you're wondering how many times do I make use of this soap, I make use of this soap 4 times. Why? Because my skin does not react badly to this soap. Like this soap is actually good for my skin type and also my skin complexion. So yeah, that is how often I make use of this soap, and only at night. Now for dry skin, this soap, like when I watched some reviews about this soap, I heard that this soap is actually very, very drying. Yeah, I had this very, very well. Actually, I don't have a dry skin, so due to my own experience using this soap, I don't see this soap as a soap that is very, very dry. Like when I'm comparing this soap, like let me compare this soap now to K Brothers soap. Like I've made use of that K Brothers soap before, and that K Brothers soap, it is very, very dry. Like the drying action of that K Brothers soap is very, very fast, and I think that K Brothers soap is actually more drying compared to this Kojie soap. But that's not to say that this Kojie soap is not drying. This Kojie soap is actually drying on the skin, but I don't think that's very, very drying compared to like that K Brothers soap. So if you have a dry skin, you can also make use of this Kojie soap. And also if you make use of this Kojie soap, like I said before, if you have a dry skin but you don't have a sensitive skin, then let's say you can wait for 2 minutes or at most 3 minutes, then you wash off this from your body. But if this soap is really, really drying out your skin very, very fast, maybe you have a dry skin and you're making use of this Kojie soap and the thing is really, really drying out your skin very, very fast, then okay, yeah, you can leave this soap on your skin for just 2 minutes. Then after 2 minutes, you wash this soap out of your skin. Now another thing some people might be asking is, okay, if I'm making use of this Kojie sand soap, should I scrub? Like, should I exfoliate my skin that is making use of body scrub or face scrub? Yes, this is something that I actually did find confusing. Like, when I wanted to start making use of this Kojie sand soap, I was like, should I scrub? Like, is making use of my body scrub important, or should I just forget about it since I'm using an exfoliating soap? So this is one thing that you need to like take into consideration, as we all know that exfoliating is very, very important in order for us to remove the dead skin cells on our body and replace it with new ones so that our skin can be glowing. So scrubbing, exfoliating your skin is actually very important. And you also know that it is not advisable to exfoliate your skin every day. Yes, exfoliating your skin is not every day. Now let me start with sensitive skin. So yeah, if you have a sensitive skin and let's say your skin does not react badly to this Kojie sand soap, and maybe you want to make use of, you also want to scrub your body, then I'll advise that you scrub your body only once a week. You make use of this soap how many times? 2 times a week, or highest 3 times, depending on how your skin actually reacts to this soap. So when you make use of this soap like 2 to 3 times in a week, you scrub only once a week. And also, if you're scrubbing, do not scrub on the same routine like you do soap. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, let's say you want to scrub and you're scrubbing at night. You know that this soap is not advisable to be used at night, and then you're making use of this soap at night and you're still scrubbing at night. No, do not do that, please. Don't. It is better you scrub in the morning. And then another thing I also want to point out is that if you're scrubbing your body, like make use of your body scrub, or if you make use of a face scrub, only do that on the day that you're not going to use this Kojie sand soap. So if you're making use of this Kojie sand soap 3 times in a week, it means that 3 times, those 3 days in that week that you're going to use this Kojie sand soap, don't scrub. Don't make use of a body scrub or a facial scrub. Like, you can make use of a body scrub or a facial scrub on the other days that you are not making use of this Kojie sand soap, and make use of your body scrub in the morning. Make use of your Kojie sand soap at night. So this is something you need to actually take into consideration. Now, for other skin types, that is, if you have a normal skin, you have a combination skin, or just say your skin does not react badly to this soap, like your skin is perfect to this soap, then you can actually scrub for like 1 or highest 2 times. Like, don't go past, like me now, I scrub highest 2 times and my skin does not actually like bring out bad reaction. No, like my skin is still like intact, like it doesn't cause any harm to my skin. So okay, me, and this is what I do. Yeah, my body scrub, I actually scrub 2 times a week, but sometimes in a week I actually scrub once due to the use of this Kojie sand soap. And then when I scrub 2 times in a week, I make use of this Kojie sand soap only 3 times highest. Sometimes I make use of this soap 2 times, but highest 3 times in a week. I make use of the Kojie sand soap at night, and I scrub in the daytime. And I make sure I scrub on the day that I am not making use of this Kojie sand soap. And this is the reason why I am doing this to my skin, is because my skin does not actually react harshly to this. And like I said before, that this Kojie sand soap is actually exfoliating, yeah, but it's not a very, very strong exfoliant. Like, I don't see this soap as a very, very strong exfoliant compared to like the exfoliating action of this soap is not as strong as all this our regular body scrub or facial scrub. So that is one thing about this soap. So that's how I actually scrub my skin. So yeah, if you're confused, if you're also confused like me, as I was confused before I started making use of this Kojie sand soap, should I scrub or should I skip scrub? So now you are clarified about how you can scrub. If you have a sensitive skin, scrub only once. But if you have a normal skin, or maybe your skin does not react badly to this soap, then you can scrub highest 2 times in a week. And now, talking about the fake and the original of Kojie sand soap. So you have known some important things about this Kojie sand soap. And apart from the fake and the original of this Kojie sand soap, like I said, I'm still going to be explaining which skin complexion is this soap good for, and some of the disadvantages of this Kojie sand soap. But before we get right into that, let's talk about the fake from the original of this Kojie sand soap. So for this key points about this Kojie sand soap, I've actually written down the key points that I want to talk about differentiating the fake from the original of this Kojie sand soap. So I'll just be reading the key points out and be explaining to you all what I'm trying to say. Now, the first key point is the manufacturing date and the expiring date. So now this is the expiry date and the manufacturing date. I don't know if you can actually see it. Like, first of all, this soap must have a batch number. Okay, it must have a batch number. If you get this soap and the thing does not have a batch number up here, then the soap is fake. So now there's something I also need to really point out about the different, like, people do say, oh, if the expiry date is more than 2 years, then you've gotten a fake. know, like you've not gotten a fake. Like, okay, this is something that I need to say. This Kojie Sand soap, if you don't know, you know it now, that they actually like repackaged their soap. The way they packaged their soap before is now different. So this is also part of their new packaging, where they wrote the zero pigment light. This is also part of their new packaging, where they wrote zero pigment light. And also in their new packaging, the year differs between 4 years. So the 2 years differ. I'm not saying that the one that differs between 2 years is fake. No, it is not fake. But the thing there is that one is old packaging. But this one is now their new packaging, which differs by 4 years. So this is just something that some people actually find confusing, and I really need to point out. Now for the batch number of this my soap ends in 26. So yeah, the batch number of your soap needs to end in 26. That's how you can use to know that this soap is the original. So yeah, I don't know if you can actually see, but yes, the batch number of this soap actually ends in 26. So that's another thing you need to take into consideration, differentiating the fake of this soap from the original of this soap. Another thing again is the production company. Now coming to the production company must be Bevi. You can see it's written here, and this Bevi means Beauty Elements Ventures. So yeah, that is the production company of this Kojie Sand soap that I am making use of. And then another thing again is that you need to know, you need to check where this soap was made in. This soap is made in the Philippines. So if you buy this soap and this soap is not made in the Philippines, then it is fake. And then another thing you also need to take into consideration is the ingredients list. Now on the ingredients list, the first ingredient in the ingredient list must be coconut. That is Corpus lucifera oil. That is coconut oil. That is the first ingredient on the ingredient list. And then the fifth ingredient, if you count it up to the fifth ingredient, the fifth ingredient must be kojic acid. And then the fourth to the last ingredient must be tea tree oil. So this is another thing you need to take into consideration, because some of these people that are actually producing the fake of this Kojie Sand soap, they might not actually take this into consideration. And also to differentiate, okay, this is the new one. When I bought this soap, I actually got it too. So this is the one that I am making use of. And then this one I've actually not opened it. So I just want to show you all with this new one. Another thing you need to take into consideration is that on the nylon of this soap, it is written Kojie Sand on the nylon of this soap. And then there's something also you need to take into consideration. Like as I open this soap now, as I'm pressing this soap, this soap feels soft. As I press this soap, okay, let me press this soap very well so you see what I'm talking about. So if you can see over here that this place is actually bent, if you see over this place, you will notice that this place is actually bent. Why this place is still straightened? Because I didn't press this side. So what I'm trying to tell you is that the original of Kojie Sand soap is actually soft. Like when you're pressing the soap, it's actually soft. If you get Kojie Sand soap, like you can just open this thing, take this thing out of the pack. You just take it out of the pack and try to. I'm not saying you should go and be over pressing your product. Like when you take it out of the pack, you just try to like be like as if you want to see what is written on the body, but just try to like press the soap. If you press let's say you can press the edges. If you press the edge and the thing is feeling very hard, like it's not soft to press, then you know that is a fake. Drop that soap and run away, because the fake one actually feels very strong. Like if I don't know if you've gotten the fake Kojie Sand soap before, but if you get the fake Kojie Sand soap, if you press the soap, it is actually very strong. This is something that, let's say, even if these people that are producing the fake of Kojie Sand soap, let's say they mimicked the ingredient list, whatever, every other thing they mimicked, one thing that they will always fail at is how soft this soap is going to be. This is the reason why, because the formula, the original producers of this Kojie Sand soap used in producing their soap, they will not be able to get that formula right. So therefore, they might mimic other things, but when it comes to the softness of the soap, they will not be able to mimic that. So this is something you need to really take into consideration. Like if you get this soap, just try to press it a little bit. You can press it on the edge. You will know that pressing the soap on the edge itself is actually soft. So this is something you also need to take into consideration about identifying the fake from the original of this Kojie Sand soap. And then another thing again is that apart from the fact that it was written Kojie Sand skin lightening soap on the body of, like on the nylon of this soap, it is also written Kojie Sand in the soap. Okay, I don't know if you can see this. You can see it. Like Kojie Sand is written right on the soap. So that is another thing you also need to really take into consideration. And then coming to the fragrance of the soap, yes, this soap actually has a fragrance, and it has an orange fragrance. And then this is something I also need to point out. Like, if you get this soap, once you just get the soap, just smell the, like, this orange fragrance is something that you can actually perceive before you even open the main nylon of the soap. Like, if I'm smelling this soap right now, like, this soap is still inside the nylon. Like, I can still perceive the orange, like the orangey scent that is in this soap. And also the orange scent that is found in this soap is not a choking scent. It's not a scent that when you're applying it on your skin will start feeling uncomfortable because of the scent. No. Like, it's not it's not actually a choking scent, but yeah, it has an orange scent in it. And then another way you can also use to identify the fake from the original of this soap is through the barcode. So yeah, it has a barcode. It must have a barcode. So you can scan this with your phone. Let's say if you're making use of an Android phone, you can just download. There's an app that they call a scanner. You just go to App Store and then you download it. So you just download that app and then you scan this barcode with your phone. So when you scan this barcode with your phone, you will use it to know if it's actually original or fake. I think it is even very advisable that you actually do this. Like, when you want to buy this soap, if you take the soap, just scan it. Like, scan this soap before you actually pay. So if you don't have that app in your phone, please try to get that app. So just try to scan this barcode that is at the back of this soap. Scan it. If the thing shows that it is fake, when you're done scanning this barcode, then you know that soap is fake. So just drop it. Don't get the soap. So those are ways you can actually use to identify the fake from the original of this Kojie Sand soap. So now that you have known how to identify the fake from the original of this soap, you also need another aspect of this soap, which is which skin complexion is this soap good for. Is this soap good for light skin? Is this soap good for dark skin? As you can see, I have a light skin. So this is something I really need to like point out. Okay, if you have a dark skin, let's start from dark skin. So if you have a dark skin, you need to know that this soap is a skin lightening soap, as it is boldly written on the body. You can see Kojie Sand skin lightening soap. So it is boldly written on the body that this soap is a skin lightening soap. So that means this soap is not a bleaching soap, okay? So it's not going to like bleach your skin. But what this soap will do for you is that it is going to make you like 1 shade or 2 shades lighter. So if you have a dark skin, I feel like it is advisable that you don't make use of this soap. But even if you want to make use of this soap, if you are, let's say you have a dark skin and you don't mind getting 1 shade or 2 shades lighter, then fine, you can make use of this soap. But yeah, this soap is actually not a bleaching soap. It is actually a lightening soap. Okay, so that's just something that I need to take. That's just something I need to point out. So it's now left to you if you want to make use of this soap if you have a dark skin, or you don't want to make use of this soap if you have a dark skin. But what I would just advise is that you don't make use of this soap if you have a dark skin, because this soap will actually like make you 1 shade or 2 shades lighter. Now for light skin, this soap is actually very perfect for light skin complexion. So if you're a light skin girl, then yeah, Kojie Sand soap is for you. You can make use of Kojie Sand soap. It is not going to like bleach your skin. No. If you have a light skin and you're scared, will this thing bleach my skin, like make me look too fair? You know, no. This soap will not actually bleach your skin. It will actually, like that, your light skin, it will make it like 1 shade or 2 shades lighter. That's like what I've been experiencing from my use of this Kojie Sand soap. And also, coming to the disadvantage of this soap, yes, you all know that anything that has an advantage has a disadvantage. Well, the first thing I really, and when I say disadvantage, I am actually pointing out disadvantage of the original. Like, I'm not talking of the fake when you get the fake. No, I'm talking of the original. Like, this is something that is natural, that this is something that is normal, that you're making use of this Kojie Sand soap that you actually experience. The first thing is that the this soap actually stings a little bit. Yeah, it actually stings a little bit, but not like too much or a very long time. Let's say this soap will actually start stinging you when you make use of this soap from like 2 days to 5 days of use of this Kojie Sand soap. You actually feel that stinging effect of this soap on your skin, but it is not very like, it is not too much. So this is one thing that some people may not really like about this soap, is due to the fact that it is actually stinging. And then another thing again is that this soap makes the skin sun sensitive. Yes, this is another disadvantage of using this Kojie Sand soap, is because it makes the skin very sensitive. That's why I advised in the earlier part of this video that you should make use of this soap at night, so that you will not when you make use of this soap in daytime, so that your skin will not react badly to the sun. So yeah, that's the reason why I advise that. So that's another disadvantage of this soap, is that this soap actually makes the skin sunlight sensitive. And then another thing again is that this soap actually lathers very well. And then this is where the disadvantage comes in. The disadvantage of this soap lathering so much is because this soap actually finishes well. And that is why I also advise that if you are making use of this soap, you should cut this soap into half, or maybe 2 or 3, or just any amount of cutting that you want to cut, like this soap. But me, I cut this soap into 2 equal halves. So this is another thing you need to know about this soap, is that it actually finishes very, very fast. So this is another disadvantage of this Kojie San, original Kojie San soap is what I'm talking about, original Kojie San soap. And then another thing again is that this soap is a bit pricey. Okay, well, I will not actually call this thing, it might not be a disadvantage to some people. I mean, if you have 2,000 naira to get this soap, like, and the soap is really, really effective, it works well for you, then you are not going to have any problem with it. Like for me, I really don't see this soap as a disadvantage. But some people, they'll be like, this soap is too expensive, why is it this expensive? Of course, like, I feel like it's meant to be expensive because this soap is actually very, very effective. Okay, so this is like a disadvantage with some people, that maybe they find 2,000 naira actually let's say a little bit pricey for them, for a soap that actually finishes very, very fast. So yeah, this soap actually costs 2,000 naira. And also in some places you can actually get this soap 2,500. Like if you did want to buy this soap and they are telling you this soap is 1,000 naira, 700 naira, please just run away. Like, why would you buy Kojie San soap that is 1,000? It's not even possible. Like, the least you can find this soap is actually 2,000 naira, or at most 2,500 naira, depending on where you are getting this soap from. So this is just some things you need to really, really know about this soap. Now, talking about moisturizer, like I said, that you also need a good moisturizer if you're making use of this Kojie San soap. So this is something that is very, very important. It is very important that you make use of a good moisturizing body lotion. Note that if you're making use of a moisturizing body lotion, do not make use of lightening lotion, like I said before, and do not make use of bleaching lotion. When you're making use of this Kojie San soap, avoid lightening and bleaching lotion. So if you're wondering what kind of lotion can I actually make use of with this Kojie San soap, like that is actually going to help my skin but not lighten, or that doesn't have a lightening effect or a bleaching effect, where I have filmed a video where I talked about 5 effective body lotions that will actually help you to moisturize and brighten your skin complexion. So I'll leave the link of that video over here, so you can follow the link over here to check out that video. So I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.